Hello students, today I'll begin with a chapter consignment account. Let us see what is consignment account. Um, in the consignment, there will be a mass production where the manufacturers and the wholesalers have to push their sales by all possible ways. Thus, the sales are made directly or indirectly. In the case of direct sale, the business or the manufacturer appoint the salesman, they sell the goods. As a result, all the sales are under the control of businessman. What you know, when you sell the goods, it is direct selling is different and indirect selling is direct selling is the manufacturer itself sells the goods to the consumers. But here, in the consignment account, there will be a middle person whom the goods will be transferred to him, okay, and he will be selling the goods. So in case if there is any loss, he will bear the loss. That is as per the agreement. There will be an agreement. So as per the agreement, it will be done. Okay, the manufacturer dispatches the goods to him who sells the goods. This is a system of dispatching or sending the goods by the manufacturer or wholesaler to his agent or sale on his behalf and at his risk in return of commission is known as consignment. Okay, so that is there a consignment system. Consignment is an agency arrangement under which the manufacturer or the wholesaler sends his goods at his own risk to his agent in a different place for the purpose of sales on commission basis. So there will be a commission which will be given to him for the selling the goods. So what is the, there will be a two person in the consignment account. They are consigner and the consignee. Consigner is a person who sends the goods is known as consigner. See, the person who sends the goods is known as consigner and the person to whom the goods are sent for sale is known as consignee. And the ownership of the goods remains with the consigner. Sending of goods from the consigner to the consignee is known as consignment and the goods so sent are termed as goods sent on consignment. Sending of goods by the consigner is an outward consignment and the consignee is in inward consignment. So this itself becomes a big problem wherein there the goods are being sold by the consigner to the consignee. Let us see what are the features of consignment. The goods sent by the consigner to the consignee cannot be treated as sale at the time of consignment. They are treated as sales only when those goods are actually sold by the consignee to the consigner. So what is that is, it is not a sale, it is a consignment because goods are not sold. It is given to a person called consignee where he will be selling the goods to the consumer. As a consignment transaction cannot be treated as sales, they require special treatment in accounts. So it cannot be treated as sales, so that treated has to be treated as in accounts. The main objective of consignment transaction is to increase the sales. What they have to do is they have to increase the sales to know the what actually they are going to consign. Okay. The consignee is not responsible for any loss on sale of goods or for any damage of goods when the goods are in his possession. So consignee is not responsible for any loss. If there is any loss, he is not at all bothered of loss. So it has to be taken only when the things are to be possessed. Okay. So he is not responsible for any loss on sale of goods. The consignee gets the agreed commission for the goods sold by him. He will be getting the agreed rate of commission, whatever the commission fixed by him, they will be getting those commissions. So the consignee gets the agreed commission for the goods sold by him. Okay, the consigner must reimburse all the expenses incurred by the consignee in respect of the consigned goods. The consigner has to reimburse. Reimburse means if there is any loss, it has to be reimbursed. It has to be returned all the expenses including to the consignee in respect of consigned goods. The goods may be consigned by the consigner to the consignee at a cost price or at a price higher than the cost price called pro forma invoice price. So it is what so it is when the goods are sent by the consigner to the consignee, it will be sent at a price higher than the cost price. Okay, that is called as pro forma invoice price. Difference between consignment and sale. Consignment is dispatching of goods from one person to another on commission basis, but sale is a transfer of property from seller to the buyer. Okay, so consignment is dispatching, movement or moving the goods from one person to another, but sale is the transfer of property from the seller to the buyer. In case of consignment, ownership of the goods consigned remain with the consignor, but in case of sale, ownership of the goods sold passes from seller to the buyer. Okay, so it will be remain in from the consignment. In case of consignment, the ownership of the goods consigned remain with the consignor. Ownership will be remain with the consignor. Only the goods are sold. Okay, but in case of sale, ownership of the goods sold passes from the seller to the ownership here passes from the seller to the buyer. The relationship between the consignor and the consignee is that of a principal and the agent, but the relationship between the seller and the buyer in case of sale is that of creditors and debtors. Okay, so whatever it is, so the relationship between the consignor and the consignee, what kind of relationship they have? They have the relationship is consignor and the consignee. Okay, the expenses incurred by the consignee on goods consigned are met by the consignor, but the expenses after the sale are met by the buyer. Okay, so he has to buy the goods. An order is not essential for the consignment, but the sale is an order for essential. An order can be given is not essential. Consignment, then order is not essential, but in case of sale it is essential. The chief consideration of consignment is commission, but the chief consideration of sale is profit. For the consignment it's commission, but for the sale it is profit. The risk of goods is not transferred from the consignee in case of consignment, but in case of sale the risk is transferred along with the goods to the buyer. Okay. Okay. Next is in case of consignment, the consignee has to send the statement of sale or account of sales to the consignor, but the buyer need not send. So as it is sold on consignment basis, the details of account sales are to be sent by the consignee to the consignor. In case of consignment, unsold goods with the consignee cannot be returned to the consignor, but in case of goods once sold cannot be returned by the buyer except under special circumstances. Okay, commission. Now what is commission? Consignor pays commission to consignee for selling his goods. Commission is generally calculated at a fixed percentage of total sales as per the terms laid down by the consignor. The commission may be ordinary commission, del crede commission, special and overriding commission. Okay, so these are the commission, three types of commission we have, that is simple, ordinary commission, del crede commission and special and overriding commission. Now let us go through each of the commissions. What is ordinary commission? Commission which is fixed at a certain percentage on the sales or sale proceeds. Okay, so that is called as ordinary commission. This commission is generally fixed at a certain percentage on gross sale proceed. What is the total gross? No? On that amount, the percentage has to be calculated. What is del crede commission? The commission the consignee can sell the goods either for cash or on credit or both. But when he sells the goods on credit, he does not guarantee that the debtors will make the payment. Okay, so ordinary commission is certain commission which is fixed, but del crede commission is what? It is when the goods are sold on consignment, it is not sure that they will pay the amount, because it is if it is sold on credit. Okay, consignor passes the goods to the consignee. The consignee will be selling those goods, and these goods are to be sold on the basis of credit. When it is sold on credit, they are not sure that they will be getting those amount in the future. Okay.
కంటించదా ఇక్కడ మీ అంతా కంటించదా
Once the del credit commission is paid to the consignee should bear the bad debts. In such a case, the consignor receives the gross sale proceed whether recovered or not. In the del credit commission, the consignee will be receiving the goods. After that, if there is any bad debts, consignee will bear those loss. That is what del credit commission means. This is an extra commission given to the consignee for bearing the bad debts. Okay, he will take the responsibility of a bad debts. That is called a del credit commission. Next is the special or overriding commission. This is a commission over and above the ordinary commission or additional commission may be paid by the consignor to the consignee as an incentive for the increase in sales. So it is an incentive given for the increase in sale. The commission is called overriding commission because it is extra. It is a special commission is given. It is like an incentives. If they have sold the goods above the pro forma price, that is called as invoice price. For example, if the goods are transferred to consignee for rupees 100 per unit, but he has sold that goods for 125, so for that higher price he will be getting a commission that is called as this overriding commission. So there are three types of commission here. One is normal or simple commission. The next one is overriding del credit commission. The third one is overriding commission. Okay, so these are the three commissions of under a consignment. Under consignment there are three commissions. They are special commission and this overriding commission, then del credit commission. Okay, so today I have explained you what is consignment. So consignment means there will be a two party, consignor and the consignee. So goods will be transferred to consignee to sell the goods on behalf of the consignor. Okay, it is not a sale, it is sending the goods, but the ownership will remain with the consignor itself. Consignee will sell those goods and send the amount to the consignor. Okay, so if you have any doubts regarding this, you can ask today. So today I finished with the concept of consignment, that is what is consignment, what are the difference between consignment and sale, and what are the features of consignment.